brand new DIYs you can make very last minute right before Christmas. I'm Jamie, the Crafty DIY guy. Now for this first DIY, we are going to take this tinsel tree and some cord that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I got the cord in the hardware section and then of course the tinsel tree in the Christmas section. So the very first thing we're going to do is start taking this apart. Go ahead and take that ribbon apart. You can either save that or use that. We're going to use that in the upcoming DIY. And then you're going to go ahead and start removing all of this tinsel garland. Now you could certainly save this if you wanted to. I was able to cut mine off in a fairly large strand of it here. So I just kind of kept unwrapping and then removing that tag, of course, out of the way. And you're just going to go ahead and completely remove this all together. And when you do that, you'll notice that some of the pieces are glued down, but no worries. Just go ahead and keep kind of pulling and tugging on it, and you'll eventually get something that looks like this. Now, I did kind of separate mine at the top there and added my cord in with a little bit of glue. And now we're just going to kind of wrap this, and you're going to make sure that you're wrapping this nice and tight. Now, depending on whether or not you're using yarn, or maybe you're even using like some nautical rope or something like that, you may or may not want to cut off the little knobs that kind of help keep that tinsel garland on here. It really is up to you. I ended up kind of keeping mine at the beginning, and then I kind of removed some of mine. So I'm obviously speeding up the footage here because we would be here all day if you were actually watching this in real time. But you're going to add various glue spots kind of at different levels throughout your tree. And again, just kind of play it by ear, like feel it out, see if the rope is starting to slip. If it's starting to slip, add a little bit of rope. And then you're going to go up on the other side of this and do that as well. Burn off any glue strings, take that leftover twine or that ribbon, add it to the top or add a wooden star or something, and you've got the cutest little piece of home decor. I love this so much. DIY actually came from a thrift store, but don't worry, we are incorporating some Dollar Tree to this. I literally just took this out and spray painted it the same exact color, this kind of metallic bronze, this antique bronze color, because I love the versatility of this. Now, if you wanted to paint it white, you wanted to paint it blue, you could certainly do that as well. Now, the next thing I did was also grab some antique gold rub and buff. You know, rub and buff is my new favorite thing. I've been rub and buffing almost everything this holiday season. And what I also like about this is it is very easy to paint over. So if I decide at some point I want to go back more traditional with my Christmas decor, I could certainly spray paint this white. You could use red. Obviously, you could use blue. I think this would actually be really sweet in a nursery as well. I'm pretty sure that's probably where this came out of first. Again, I picked this up at Goodwill. It was $3.09. Now with rub and buff, there's really no rhyme or reason to it. You can get any kind of brush and you just start painting it on. You paint it on every single part of whatever you are working on. And if you are a little heavy in some spots, don't worry about it. Keep rubbing and buffing, adding more. You can actually take a dry brush that does not have any kind of rub and buff on it, and you can kind of buff any of that out. You can kind of tone it down a little bit. It really is up to you and how you're wanting to do this. Also, with something like this, why couldn't you absolutely maybe rub and buff one side of it and then not rub and buff the other side to be able to give you some options here? Now, I went ahead and just went full ham with it and literally was rub and buffing every single bit of this, making sure, of course, to get the underside and everything. Now, for my decor, to make this kind of holiday decor, I'm actually taking apart one of these door knockers that I picked up from Dollar Tree because I really do like the little accent pieces and the options that it gives me. Now, I did take the cord and kind of unwind it from the actual circular part of that doorknob holder. And then here, I'm just adding a little bit to the neck. Now, this part could be totally optional. If you wanted to do a ribbon, of course, you could. But you'll see when I added the kind of accoutrements to this, the reason why I did that is because I wanted the kind of the pine pieces that I'm going to be gluing on here to be able to adhere to the actual ribbon versus doing it on the horse itself. Again, either way, it's hot glue. It probably would have come off with no issues anyway, but I wanted to just kind of do this. And as you can see, it's the perfect little addition to Santa's workshop here. I love it. Now, you may have noticed I had some rub and buff left over, and I had these gorgeous lanterns that I picked up at Dollar Tree as well. First thing you want to do is make sure they all work. I always do this in the store just to make sure. Because I did have a lot of rub and buff left over, I wanted to go ahead and kind of antique these. And I'm telling you guys, these are such great ornaments. Now, probably the only drawback, if you wanted to be technical, and I'm sure there's going to be some haters out there, but you do have to turn each one individually off and on. So maybe don't do 30 of them on your tree, but you could certainly do 3 or 4, which I've done here. And as you can see, they are the beautiful, very, very elegant looking addition to my tree. I may actually take some antiquing wax and kind of go over the glass part of that just to give them a little bit less of a brightness. My tree kind of has the softer lights on it, but as you can see, I really do love the way these look. I think they're a beautiful addition and a great way to kind of add some additional light and some fun pops to your Christmas tree. What do you guys think about these? Now, this next DIY, this could not be easier. You're going to look for these 2 candle holders that you can find at Dollar Tree, and you're going to take the flatter side of your candle holder, and you are literally going to glue them together. We're going to use this Fix-All adhesive from Super Glue that I did pick up at Dollar Tree. You can also add some hot glue if you want for a more instant bond with the Super Glue. Just don't mix them together. Go ahead and glue those together and then decorate as you wish. For the holidays, this is super transitional. You can use this for all kinds of DIYs. Now, these next DIYs are also very easy. That is the theme of today's video. I picked these up at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. Thought that these were perfect ornaments. These could be really, really fun to do with the kids as well. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and take these apart. You're going to want to remove the kind of innards here, and then you're also going to want to remove the string. Now, you could certainly keep the string on there depending on what you may or may not be painting with. I'm going to be using my favorite go-to, which of course is spray paint, because it's still a little bit warm here where I can do that. And we're going to spray paint these. Now, I did go ahead and spray paint these, but before I kind of reveal what they look like, I'm sure you can figure that out. I'm going to go ahead and add that string right back to these. They are little staples and they're fairly easy to remove if you go ahead and grab like a pair of, you know, tweezers, not tweezers, but a pair of pliers that have like a needle nose or something like that. And then you can kind of almost just kind of gauge where they're going to go just by kind of looking at, just kind of laying it out. Honestly, it's really easy. You could also switch that up if you wanted to. Now, I've got this great piece of scrapbook paper, or this scrapbook paper kind of thing here, and I went through and I kind of picked a couple different ones that I liked, and I really loved this particular one because it had a little bit of a mid-century vibe. And if you've seen my Christmas tree already, then you understand. Now, the innards there, this is the little doggy that came with them. They are made out of a really sturdy cardboard, so you'll want to keep those because you can use those to help kind of reinforce whatever your photo is, or in my case, my scrapbook paper. So what I'm doing is I'm just very simply adding these to the back of my piece of paper here, and then cutting these out. And you can do this really, really easily by adding that glue because they're going to stay in place, first of all. But then because I did kind of keep the doggy side facing forward, if I did get a dog at some point, and Mr. Otis, of course, was fine with that, then I could very easily convert these into dog ornaments or even add photos of Mr. Otis in here. Or if I had kids, you could do that too. I don't have those, so that's why I'm using the scrapbook paper. But again, just kind of making sure that those are cut out, and then you just kind of place them back into your frames. And then you're going to bend over the little tabs. Super, super cute. These turned out really, really fun. And they're really beautiful on the Christmas tree. I love how simple these are and just the pops of color. So have you seen these kind of bell-shaped or these bulb-shaped ornaments? What I love about these this year is that they have this screw top on them. So they're a lot more sturdy than the other fillable ornaments. These are probably my new favorites. They're also very lightweight, which is also very good because I'm taking this filler that I picked up. This is just red and green filler. You can add any kind of filler really that you wanted to. But again, I kind of like this traditional red and green, and I'm actually going to be using this for a Christmas tree. I think that's going to be set up in my office, and I'm running out of time though. I'm going to have to set up that Christmas tree like tomorrow. But anyway, go ahead and just add your filling to your ornaments, kind of get them at whatever level you want. You could completely fill this up and just stuff it, or you could keep it kind of loose like I've got here. And what's also really fun about these is that you can switch out that cording if you want to. But again, how cute and how beautiful is this? I love the pop of color and the simplicity. Definitely go to Dollar Tree, pick up a package of these snowflake ornaments and also a package of this tube confetti. And you'll also maybe want to grab some of this floral wire. Boo that it's got up in price, but I didn't have any on hand anymore. So the first thing you're going to do is figure out how many of these snowflakes that you want to paint, and then paint them up however you desire, whether that is with spray paint or whether that is with chalk paint or acrylic paint. I'm using my tried and true spray paint, and I went with green and red since that seems to be our theme. And then of course I've got our gold floral wire. Now you're going to take your tube confetti, and I wouldn't do what I did here. I just kind of put a little pile of it on my work countertop here. You will find that this is a lot of tube confetti, and it does get all over the place. It's not quite as aggressive as glitter, but maybe use a little ramekin bowl or something like that, or just kind of literally sneak out a little tiny pinch of this. And then you're going to take your floral wire and you are going to thread these little confetti tubes. And this is a little tedious. They do pop off of here. The tubes are not completely, I think they're really more like ribbon curls. But if you've got some beads, you can see there, they just kind of burst all over the place when you go to pick them up. You can do any kind of really small, fine beads. You can have a lot of fun with these. And then you're going to go ahead and just kind of tie them off, loop them around, and that gives you one option. Now, of course, the other option is to do the same exact thing, but do it with some larger beads, which I did here, that definitely have some fun holiday Christmas colors. And again, these are really, really pretty and very, very simple to hang on the tree. Great thing to do with the kids. Super fun, and I really love the way that these turned out as well. Now this next DIY is going to incorporate this frame. I picked this frame up at Five Below. I've actually had this for quite a while. This is from that Deco art series, so you could certainly find it elsewhere. I took it out and I spray painted it in my favorite holiday blue because I'm going to be using these ornament fillers to decorate this frame with. Now we're not going inside the frame because that's of course where you would put a photo of your loved ones or your family or your Mr. Otis or whomever it happens to be. I am literally adding glue dots onto my frame, and then I am adding confetti. Now, if you did have glue dots instead of using the confetti like I did, that would actually probably work really, really nicely for this. The glue, if your glue has a lot of strings and stuff in it like mine does, then that might not be the easiest because then you'll have to kind of go back through and do a little maintenance with it. But you're going to sprinkle these little kind of snowflakes, if you will, onto your frame. And the reason why I went with that blue color is because it really does highlight the blue and the silver and the white that are available. And then you're going to add these larger snowflakes onto your frame. And again, you're just going to kind of put these sporadically. If you really think about the way snow falls, and you know, sometimes it's heavier in certain areas, sometimes there's lighter snowflakes, sometimes there's bigger snowflakes. They're all a little different shapes and sizes and things. You are just going to have fun with this, and you are going to create your kind of winter wonderland out of this with the frame. And when it's all done, this is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. It's ready for your Christmas photo, for your family photo, and something that you can pull out every single year and use this year over year.